Streamlit is a beautiful Python library where you can create a web app very quickly using Python. So it is one of the best way for data scientists or data engineers to deploy their work into web and create something very quickly. Hi, my name is Zach, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate you Streamlit library and what you can build with it. So I will go through this API reference, and there are different ways you can display data very quickly with Python. So I will demonstrate all the major features that Streamlit offers. So let's create a folder first. Let's create a file first, a Python file. I will call it Streamlit app. And you will just start by importing Streamlit library, and before doing that, make sure you install Streamlit by calling this command pip install Streamlit. At this time I'm running Streamlit version 1.10.0. so I already installed it. Now let's import the library. So let's start this file. So usually we run a Python file using Python and then file name, but here what you will do, you will run Streamlit file, Streamlit command, Streamlit run, and your file name. Actually I will call it Streamlit app. It will take a few seconds, and it will, after it runs, it will give you a URL, usually 8501 port number, and as you can see it is displaying this text, and already it added margin and header without doing any HTML, and we can check what the HTML script it generated. So as you can see, it added all the necessary CSS file. So let's go through one by one. So if you want to write something, if you want to display any text, what you will do, you will call write function. And as soon as I saved it, it gave me an option to auto refresh this page. So I will hit always return. Then I don't have to refresh this page. It will refresh by itself. For example, here I can just add a period, and then it will display right away. You can also instead of writing st.write, you can also just directly write your text here. So what you can do, I'll just write a text. So if I save it, it will also display here. But one thing to note, so if I put them inside any function, then it will not, you cannot write a string directly. So it's called magic command. If, for example, if I create a function, and then if I call this function here, this magic text will not appear. never mind, looks like it appears. Now let's check different text elements that you can create create using Streamlit. So first I will check a markdown function where you can write your markdown text and it will appear nicely. For example, here I'm going to add a bold. Streamlit is very cool, and maybe I want to make it italic. If I save it, I'll see this one is a bold font and this one is italic. So you can add your markdown syntax here and it will render it nicely. So let's check what are the other functions we have other than this title. There is one, it's called header. This is header, and as you can guess, there will be another functions for subheader. And if you want to write any caption, there is a function for that. And if you want to display any code block, there is a function for code. And also you can write your whole code here with triple quotation, and then you can write down in a separate lines. For example, if I want to write down all these lines, I can paste it here and it will render as a code. So let's go through some display elements. So I will create a section for display elements. Just I will type this. If I write down 3 lines, it will add a horizontal line. So let's go through what are the display elements we have, especially with regarding to data. So I have so let's import a data. So here I have a URL where it is it has list of US populations by state. So let's import this in pandas library. So first I will import pandas. And then I will add this URL and let's import it. And let's see how it looks like. If I want to see the first 5 of those, or if I want to see just the shape. So we have 2500 rows and 4 columns. Let's check the header. So if I write down st head, it does not display here. So what we can do, we can write down data frame, or even so let's there are a few ways you can do. One is just st.write, st.write, and then it will display the data, and or you can do st.dataframe. So both of those are actually same. You have option to sort data, and there is another one. Third one is a table. And in this way, it's you don't have option to sort from the table header, but it displays ordered by index, and in a bigger area, the whole it's taking the whole white space. And there is an option you can expand it. So the difference between this data frame and table is this one is dynamic. It means you can sort it, but in this case it is just static. So let's see what we can see from this data. One of the ways you can nicely display data is using metric function. For example, I want to see Arizona, for example, Arizona population. Okay, so what I can do, I can write down Arizona state, and then from this data frame I will only grab those, like for example Arizona. I want to get a sum of this all the population. I want to do group by state, region, and from there I want to grab population. Actually, let's check this data first. So if I do this, so it's a group by list, our generator, and then from here I want to add a sum of those. And it is displaying sum of all the states, but if I want to see one state specifically, I can write down one state name, and then actually not this way. After it is I have the sum. If I want to see one state, then I can see this way. So let's grab this data, and then here what I will do, I will display it here, and it will nicely display this state population here. If I want to see another one, I can do this way. So metric is a nice way to display different indicators. For example, if you want to display temperature or wind speed, or even stock market price, so you can also display using metric. So I believe that's all for today, and in the future I will share more ways what you can do with Streamlit. We can build an app, and we can display we can build some app together. Thank you for watching.